Good. Beautiful. Cool. Hi, I'm Zebulon Reynolds. I'm a freelance game designer, among other things. This is my first talk here. I don't have slides, obviously. I have my notes, which I'm going to try to not use. Whoa! I'm going to try real hard so you guys can like boo me if I have to pick them up. All right. So my talk is basic body hacks for devs. And by devs, I basically just mean people that don't have a lot of free time, that don't really move around or get out much, and that have no patience for BS, which I hope is like an apt description of most of the people in the room, even if you're not a programmer, etc. So a little bit of background. In my efforts to become a better game designer, a lot of what I do is obsess over people and how they work. Just what makes us tick, basically psychology and a lot of body chemistry, worrying about hormones and how they affect us, and the fluffier stuff with behavioral psychology, etc. And a big part of what's come out of that is in learning more about people, and me myself being a person, I've obviously learned a lot about how I work, and that's sort of inadvertently been turned inward, and it's turned into this kind of obsession and awareness with what makes me do things, what makes me happy or sad or energetic or motivated or whatever. And obviously for anybody who has had a similar experience, basically what that turns into is what people are now commonly calling body hacking, which is just looking for sort of non-traditional ways to improve your standard of living, not standard of living, but your quality of life, and your general productivity and energy and whatnot. So basically what I want to give you guys is a couple of high impact, tiny dose, quick little things that you might be able to do to greatly increase not just your happiness and overall general fluffy stuff, but just kind of productivity and your ability to get stuff done quickly, lots of things in one day. So if we're talking about productivity, I think you can basically boil your ability to get something done or to get lots of things done in a day down to oversimplify it. You can basically call it a function of three things, and that's energy and motivation and focus. Energy is really important because if you're tired, you're not going to be motivated and you're not going to be able to focus. So it's kind of the basis for all of that, and that involves a lot of things, but we can try to oversimplify that too. Motivation is kind of a fluffy thing, but basically if you're not motivated, then whatever you're focusing on isn't going to get done anyway because you're just not going to be pushing hard to get it done. And the last one, obviously very important, is focus. So to talk, halfway done already. All right, good. No, it's good. So to talk about energy, first of all, I think you can pretty much boil energy down to three things. Oh wait, before I get into them. So if anybody's heard of hormesis, anybody? Hormesis or hormetic stressors. Okay, cool. So hormesis is a thing that toxicologists use. It's a term that describes poisons that aren't always poisons. So basically it's when a substance or an event or something causes a really bad outcome in large doses, but in smaller doses has the exact opposite effect. It has actually really beneficial impact. So in trying to be efficient, this is awesome because we can find things in really, really tiny doses, which is great for us because they're fast and efficient, whatever. Easy, low pain, usually. It's a great way to increase your productivity and happiness in relatively easy ways. So most of what I'm talking about is hormetic stressors, quick, low-dose little things you can do to fix this stuff. So energy. Energy basically boils down to three simple things. Basically boils down to how you eat, how you sleep, and whether or not you exercise or how you exercise. So first of all, with eating, everybody knows that if you want to lose weight, like there's the whole like calorie in, calorie out stuff, and everybody's probably heard that like it's not that simple, blah 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 blah. But basically, in the way that food affects energy, a little bit of starvation and like really, really tiny doses can actually be a really, really good thing. Like there have been a lot of studies done since like the 40s on lab rats, et cetera, showing that if animals fast intermittently, if they get hungry occasionally, then they will, I'm being distracted because I only have a minute and a half left. It's okay. I'll do like the first one, and maybe if you guys like it, I'll do the other two as like other talks, whatever. So if animals fast intermittently, They actually will have increased testosterone, your metabolism's better, your immune response is better, you have better glucose response, all kinds of awesome stuff. And specifically, lab rats lived 20% longer. Whoa, big deal. So intermittently fasting, which basically just means like maybe say eat less on days that start with a T. Like that simple, like skip lunch on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Having done this, it actually has a huge impact on general energy and your metabolism and just everything. It's awesome. Sleep. Boo! Boo! Cold showers. Cold showers, they suck. Everybody hates them. They're not fun to do, but it actually has a really, really similar impact on just all the good things as intermittent fasting. So if you take a cold shower, specifically in the morning, or even better at night if you have trouble falling asleep, it'll just like knock you right out. It's awesome. And if you have trouble taking a cold shower, because it's really painful and it really sucks, try taking like a warm shower and like tricking yourself and just like turning it cold and be like, that's the secret I'm using right now. And the last one, eat, sleep, exercise. So everybody knows that exercise is good. Everybody knows that cardio is good. Getting your heart rate up is good. What people don't really usually know is that even like running for 10 minutes or like walking briskly for 15 minutes consistently has a huge impact on your overall health. Like in a study that was concluded recently, like a really long-term study, like obviously it was shown that people who exercise and who specifically run live longer and are much healthier and happier. But the more surprising and awesome result was that people who reported only running for like 10 minutes a day, like 2 or 3 times a week, lived significantly longer and were healthier and happier. And specifically, a really good time to do that is at night before you go to bed. It'll help you sleep, which is, as we said, a good thing. So doing it like right before dinner, literally just getting out, and even if you don't want to run, just like walk briskly for like 10 minutes before you eat dinner and then go to bed. It has a huge impact on your ability to sleep well and feel energized and awesome and whatnot. That was like 7.5 minutes. I expected that to take like 3 minutes, so I'm going to shut up. Maybe I'll do the other two. Part 2, part 3. Yes, awesome. Zebulon Reynolds, you can find me on Twitter, etc. I want to talk to you guys about the talks you just did because those were awesome. So I'll shut up and get